Hey guys, Chef Chris here at the Clubhouse, once again with another one of our virtual chef presentations. This week we're going to talk about something that I love doing, party food. And specifically we're going to make a beautiful artichoke and spinach dip. The great part about this is this is a recipe that I discovered while I was doing keto. I've actually recently lost about 80 pounds while going through keto and put some of it back on during the quarantine, but hey, I'm sure a lot of you are feeling me out there with that. But this is a great recipe. If you got friends coming over real quick, you can whip it up. It can be served hot or cold. It can be served with, I usually do it with broccoli florets and cauliflower, some carrot sticks and some celery sticks. But if you've got tortilla chips or maybe some nice crusty bread hanging around the house, it's a perfect company for that. It's rich, it's creamy, it's got great flavors of garlic, spinach, and artichoke in it, and I know you're gonna love it. So here we go. Okay, so we don't need any heat for this recipe unless you want to warm it up after the fact. But this is a mix it in a bowl, serve it, and set it and serve it kind of recipe. It's really easy. So we're going to start with 8 ounces of cream cheese. That's usually 1 block. Again, you can get from any store in your dairy case. And this is softened cream cheese, but I'm going to just spread it out and give it a little bit more loosened up anyways, so that'll help us better incorporate our ingredients after the fact. Now you can put this in the microwave and that would help the process considerably, but I prefer just smoothing it out until it's nice and soft. And we're just about there. Okay? And we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of sour cream to our mix. It's going to increase mouthfeel. It's going to give it a little tartness to go with the dip. Got a little mayonnaise here. Again, more mouthfeel, and it's going to have that savory flavor that mayonnaise has. And we're going to give this a quick mix. And you'll see as you're mixing, all the wetness from the sour cream and the mayonnaise will actually help to thin out the cream cheese as you're going through. You're mashing and folding and whipping. You can do this in a food processor. You could do this in a KitchenAid mixer, one of those, but I enjoy doing this by hand. All right, so there's your blend there. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of shredded mozzarella. Put that right into the mix. We're going to add 2/3 cup of shaved Parmesan. And blend that. And you can see there's not a lot of lumps from the cream cheese. Everything's incorporating really well. Okay, let's smooth that out a little bit. Get ready for our next ingredient. Okay, so we're gonna take our garlic clove, and I actually like mine a little extra garlicky, so I'm gonna do 2 garlic cloves. Whoops! And off into the dip it goes. We just take it and run it on our microplane. And you could chop it, you could mince it, you can do all that cool stuff, but I like the way that it kind of it turns into a puree when you run it on the microplane. Mind your fingers. Chances that your skin's gonna get taken off by this microplane is little to none, but just exercise due caution. There we go, and we're gonna scrape down and get all that garlicky goodness out of our microplane. Give that a quick stir. Get that in there. Again, we're not using garlic powder or any of that extra stuff because we want to make sure that we have all natural flavors in our dip, because we have the ability to do so. Natural flavors are always best. When you can use the actual ingredient, I want to encourage you to use the actual ingredient. Now the fun part, we have chopped artichokes. that we're going to be blending in to our artichoke dip. Thusly. And then we've got spinach. Now you can use frozen spinach. You can use fresh spinach if you're going to be heating this up. But I used sauteed spinach. We have fresh spinach here at the club. And I went ahead and cooked some up with a little bit of white wine, a little salt and pepper. So it's just putting more flavor into that spinach. And it's at this point, after you mix this and blend this thoroughly, it's at this point where you could put this into a greased casserole and probably sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top. Put it in your oven at about 350 for about 10-15 minutes till it's nice, all melty and crusty. And then you serve that bad boy with some flatbreads and you got yourself a nice hot dip. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we're just going to be doing it cold. And so there we are. We're nice and thoroughly mixed. And the smell, the garlicky smell coming off of this is just phenomenal. Really, really excited to try this out. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's going to be a lot of fun. And completely keto. No carbs in this dish, except for what's naturally occurring in the artichokes and the spinach, which is nil, probably less than 2 grams of carbs in this dish. So if you're doing keto, you're doing low carb, high fat, healthy fat, this is the way to go. So nice, rich, creamy dip. Sometimes my mom, growing up, my mom would take that and serve it in a bowl made out of a loaf of pumpernickel or rye bread. So it's great for parties. It's great for just snacking around the house. Eat healthier, you guys. And I know there's a lot of fats, but they're good fats in that dip. So eat healthier, love what you eat, and love cooking. And that's it. So bon appetit, you guys. And until I see you next time here at the clubhouse, I'm Chef Kris. We'll see you again real soon.